I feel like when it comes to that, they're just more like, I don't know.
Yeah,
when it comes to like in person, I feel like more like even like at the gym, like, yo, bro, I'm trying to get like you. You know the famous line? Yeah. Bro, yo, look at your arms, bro. Your D's, your
trying to get like
I'm
you.
trying to get like you. And then, you know, the next guy's like, all right, bro, let me tell you. So I do this. This is what I make my meal, my shake, da-da. Then next thing, you know, same thing. Yeah. Yo, bro, follow me. You can see my meal plan, da-da. Then, you know what I mean? I feel like it's just, they're just, I don't know. For guys, it's just, I feel like it's just so much easier. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Youngish, and this is your first time here, guys. Thank you so much. Welcome. We're so grateful to have you. My name is Marette.
And I am Onika, aka KERR __ on IG.
And on IG, I'm _XII_IV.
And of course, you can find us on Instagram for this podcast at Youngish and _.
And Twitter. You can find us under the same app. So yeah, please follow us, communicate with us. We love having conversations, meeting people, all that good stuff. So yeah, how was your week this week, Onika? Anything exciting? Anything out of the ordinary?
Well, this week, honestly, I haven't been doing much. I think it's been a lot of, I was going to say Netflix, but no, it was Amazon Prime. I've been rewatching Vampire Diaries. I've been addicted. I don't know why. I'm acting like I haven't watched it before.
Yeah.
I'm like so in tune. I'm like, oh, Klaus. What is Klaus going to do next? Like, I already know what he's doing next. I don't know why I'm playing. But other than that, like, I've been cooking a lot recently. Nice. And thank God, because today I tried to put on my favorite pair of jeans and they did not fit.
Oh, no.
And I will not lie, tears fell down my eyes and fell on the floor because they were real weighted tears.
Yeah.
My friend was on the phone with me like, it's okay. And I'm like, it's like
COVID weight. Don't even feel
COVID
bad.
needs to go away.
I know.
But it's okay. Since I started cooking, I've already lost like the 3.5 pounds or whatever it is. So I'm like, at least something is happening.
Progress. You're going down the right track.
But it's still heartbreaking as fuck. Like heartbreaking.
It's gonna take some time, but you'll get there. The 3 will be 30 in like a month,
it
2
better
months.
be.
Don't worry.
And then I did literally like, what was it, 20 squats like 2 days ago, and I still feel the pain. I'm like, I'm like, whoa.
I hate it. I feel like I do like 10 squats and I'm out of commission for like 2 weeks.
Bro, I feel every time
like,
I
I
get
didn't
up,
even do
I'm like,
anything and my butt hurts. Like
going to the bathroom was
right?
it was not fun the last few days. Won't lie. What about you?
Same. Like, I don't know. This week wasn't really that busy. It was kind of a lot of the same. I cooked on Sunday, just like regular routine, prepped for my week. Outside of that, you know, same old same. Clubhouse. We're both
my addiction, my new addiction.
So
oh my god, I'm
like,
addicted.
Haven't really been active in it that much. Like I got it through you too, like 2 weeks ago, and honestly, I just haven't had time to like really take it in. But girl,
I am
this
obsessed.
morning on my way to work at like 3 a.m, I see this girl in one of those demon time kind of chats. I'm like,
okay,
wait a second.
It wasn't that deep. It looked innocent when I joined.
It's in Toronto, so I was like, oh
yeah, I saw Toronto, so I joined.
Then I see you in it, and I'm like, why are you even still up at this time?
When she's waking up, I'm going to bed. It's so bad. It's so bad. I need to go to bed. But no, dead. Clubhouse after hours. That's what I call it. Because I went in there thinking it was all innocent. And then all of a sudden, people would be asking me about who would you have an orgy with, choose 4 people. I'm like, whoa. Yeah,
and they're like, choose from who's in the group. Like, who are the speakers right now? I'm like, damn.
I know.
You jump in and you're already getting put into these kinds of confessionals.
Gosh. And these little boys were trying to hit on me. I'm like, oh no.
Right? I was
like, could be an auntie.
It's way too early for this kind of freaky talk. Like, I'm on my way to work. I'm not trying to be like put to bed right now. I was like, no.
No, but it's so addicting. But like, honestly,
it is.
Usually at the night times, I go into the smaller groups because I've made like a few little Clubhouse friends. Like there's about maybe like 4 girls on there that I've kind of like made friends, and we'll have like these deep conversations like, oh, how's your mental health? What's your New Year's resolution? Like things like that.
Yeah.
So that has been fun. But then that made me think, and it was brought up in one of the groups, is like, how do you make friends being an adult? Like, Because if you think
So
about it, it's
hard.
not, yeah, because
No,
it's
it's
not
so
as easy. Because
hard.
before in high school or university, you have classes,
Yeah.
you have a reason to communicate with people.
Exactly.
Like, oh, do you have the notes? Oh, let's go study together.
Yeah.
Oh, while we're studying, oh, by the way, there's an event on Friday. You want to come with? Like, it's so much
Exactly.
easier. But as adults, like, how do we make friends?
And it's hard because sometimes, like, depending on what career you're in, you can't really show too much of who you are. So it's
Yeah.
like you don't even like get a chance to find out who's like you, or you know, if you have things in common, because it's like, oh, I don't know if I should talk about this, or I don't know if I should
because
talk
if I'm
about
a
that.
professional in a company, I can't be like, oh yeah, I go ratchet on Fridays.
Yeah, like let's go get
let's
lit.
pop some bottles and go meet
Let's
some
go get
men.
litty.
So it's like, yes, it's
Friday.
hard. It's hard.
Exactly.
Because
I
half the
know,
time
it is,
everyone's
it is.
hiding their Instagrams anyways. Because at least if you
Yeah.
can find them on Instagram, you can be like, oh, okay, shit, we're into the same things. But it's like,
Yeah.
no, everyone hides us. Because no one needs to see what we're doing.
No, but
No one
it's
at work
true.
needs to
Like
see what we're
honestly,
doing.
I didn't even want anybody like from work on my Instagram. Like for like I think the first 2 years being there, like I didn't have anybody on my Instagram, just because like I feel like Instagram is like me, and like when I'm doing my thing and having fun, and like I don't know, I just feel like I don't really trust. I don't know, it's weird. I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess because it's like the industry that we're in at the moment, like. I feel like a lot of people would, you know, are very
Yeah.
judgmental,
Yeah.
and I feel like a lot of people that we work with are very judgmental. So it's kind of
No,
like
they are.
they have this one persona of me, and I'm like, I like to keep them
Mm-hmm.
in that box of that version of me that they have. But little do they know.
I know. Literally, I know. I
Right?
honestly, speaking about friendships, I
Yeah.
remember when I first met you, and I'm like, I don't know if I should even like be friends with her. She seems
Yeah,
so
I remember.
innocent. She seems so nice. Like,
I was
are
like,
we
girl.
are we even gonna get along? And then we had a few conversations. I'm like, this is not the same Marette. No. I'm
Yo,
like,
everybody
no.
says that. Everybody's like, what?
I'm like, I remember having a conversation with someone like, you know, like, I really like Mariah. I like her energy, but it's like, I don't know if we'd be able to be friends because I feel like she's just too, like,
Innocent.
good and innocent.
Get into it.
Little did I know, I'm the angel. I'm the angel, okay?
I'm reformed. I am also the angel now.
Demon time was meant for Mariah.
Listen,
That's where they
I've
coined
definitely
it.
had my dances with Demon Time in the past.
Sorry.
But I'm not going back.
No.
Not going back.
Reformed,
No, reformed.
Ah, Angel Halo. Oh man, no.
No.
But like, yeah, but you know what? I realize I do tend to make a lot of Instagram friends, like female Instagram
Yes.
friends.
Online's
Like-
so much easier.
Seriously, because like
Yes.
when you're in social situations, like sometimes you don't know who to approach, how to approach, if
Yeah.
you should approach, like,
Yeah.
because me in general, I don't have a nice face when I'm out. Like when I have I have a mean resting face.
Yeah.
So it's like people probably wouldn't want to come to me, but okay, I'm not gonna say I'm so nice, but like I'm not bad.
Yeah.
Like come talk to me. But Instagram is where I go. Man, I'm one of those girls that underneath everyone's comments like fire sign.
Yeah, like
Whoa,
yes, girl.
heart. That's me.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's how I made a lot of my Instagram friends, and it's like honestly, it's like if I see somebody on there, especially females, if I see something on there and like, oh, I like the way they dress, I like how they hold themselves, but I will follow them and
Yeah.
just start liking their stuff. Like, I don't know, does it make me like Instagram friend thirsty? Is that a thing?
No, I don't think so. I
Okay,
mean,
good.
honestly, I'm the same way. Like, if I'm like in a group or I'm on a blog page or something, and
Yeah.
somebody's in the comments, and I'll be like laughing with them. I don't know them from a hole in the wall, but I'll be like making conversations with them, and then you go on their pages and you look at their pictures, and you're like, ooh, yes,
Yeah.
girl, heart emoji eyes,
Yeah.
like yes,
It's
you're
so
killing
true.
it.
I do it all
You're
the time.
beautiful. You're gorgeous. I mean, I don't know what it is. I feel like online people are just so much more organic. Not everyone,
Mhm.
but I feel like you can make a lot of like really good connections with strangers sometimes, and like it just ends up being like a friendship.
No,
Then you
seriously.
start following each other. You like pictures, they like pictures. You are like following them on their milestones now, and you're like, congrats on your baby. Like
No,
as if you guys are like lifelong
seriously.
friends. So
Honestly, and
I
it's
think
like,
it's easier online. To be
I
honest.
do think so, especially for females.
Yeah.
I actually made like 2 very close friends, and we've been friends for maybe 2 years now, and
Yeah.
we literally met on Instagram.
Yeah,
And then like
that's
a few weeks into it, we're just like, okay, let's go meet up and have some dinner. So
Yeah.
the 3 of us met up, had dinner,
Yeah.
and they've been at my birthday. Well, one moved to Ottawa,
Okay.
but the other one, she's been at my birthday parties every year since we've met,
Nice, yeah.
stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Love it.
Yeah,
love
so
it,
I'm like,
love.
I don't mind. But then I was thinking, I'm like, can guys do that? Because like,
I mean,
how are guys gonna approach, especially the social media? I feel like guys are better in real life social situations to make friends, and then girls are better on the online.
I think so.
I feel like
I feel like, or unless they have things in common, like if they're both like aspiring artists or like.
But then how do you even message them on that?
Hey, bro, you know I love your music. I don't know how
See
guys
that,
talk.
and then guys, I feel like wouldn't want to do that.
I mean, I don't know. I think it depends. I mean, I don't think it compares to women. I think women, it's a lot easier for us to like.
Because a guy can't go to
online.
like. I feel like a guys wouldn't be comfortable going to another guy's page and like liking 10 other photos like we do for girls. We're like,
they're definitely not doing that.
Heart eye fire.
No.
So guys would like they'd have to follow.
Yeah.
And then they would have to slide in their DMs. Like it's just
again, like I don't know. Unless they had something that they could offer somebody, like maybe if they were like a photographer.
Yeah, I think it was like that.
And it's more like a networking, like a networking kind of thing. But I don't think they would just like probably slide in the DMs and be like, "Hey, bro." I mean, because I feel like one of them might be like,
"Let's be
listen,
friends."
I got a girl, or like, you know what I mean?
So you're not my type.
You're cool, but like, you're not really my type, but. We could be friends kind of thing. Like, I feel like guys are more awkward when guys
but in like real life,
things.
they make friends so easy. They go to the bar and like just talk to guys and just like meet them, talk to them, be friends. And next thing you know, like they're hanging out and you're like, okay. But yeah, girls I don't think is like that too much. You had to meet the girl like maybe like 3-4 times in a social setting. Then you'll be like, okay, it's cool. I can add them on Instagram.
I feel like guys will go to like a random basketball court and literally just start shooting basketball, and another guy or like a group of guys will come. They'll literally all start playing basketball for the first time together, and then at the end of it be like, "Yo, bro, what's your DM?" Like,
I know.
Yeah, good game. Like, it's just so easy and like
transparent.
Let's
go start a group chat so we can meet here next week at 5 p.m.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
I feel like when it comes to that, they're just more like, I don't know. When it comes to like in person, I feel like more like even like at the gym, like, yo, bro, I'm trying to get like you. You know the famous line? Yeah. Bro, yo, look at your arms, bro. Your D's, your
trying to get like
I'm
you.
trying to get like you. And then, the next guy's like, all right, bro, let me tell you. So I do this. This is what I make my meal, my shake, da-da. Then next thing, same thing. Yeah. Yo, bro, follow me. You can see my meal plan, da-da. Then, you know what I mean? I feel like it's just, I don't know. For guys, it's just, I feel like it's just so much easier. Mm-hmm. Whereas for girls,
these guys will like make friends and like they're lifelong friends from like one interaction. It's crazy.
Yes. Seriously, like
guys, like
it's true.
Yeah,
guys will have like even like my friend, like guys that are friends. Yeah, their circles. Most of them have been friends for like 10 plus years. Even like my brother, my older brother, and all of his friends. They're all the same group from high school. And now they're all in like their late 30s, and so it's like I feel like with them, it's just. I don't know if it's because like they don't allow things to kind of come between them the same way as like sometimes women do, and if they do, they just hash it out, or like they can come away from things a lot easier, like without getting to like they don't let things go to big blowouts or anything like that. Like they can just be like, okay, yo, bro, that was fucked up. Right? 5 minutes later, be like, yo, let's play a video game. Where's the PS5? Where's the PS5? Like. Whereas I feel like girls, we're so much more emotionally invested that I feel like sometimes it's harder for us when we do get let down or we do get done wrong.
So do you think it's that we set higher expectations on our friends? Definitely. Or is it that we're just more emotional when it comes to friendships?
I think it's both. I think it's both because like
a combination of the two.
I would say that like especially in my relationships, I mean, even when I'm in my relationships, I still feel like, for example, like my best friend is like my go-to person for everything. Like even though I'd be excited to tell my boyfriend, I feel like especially like my inner circle or like especially like my best friend, I feel like that's the one person that I'm always like so I feel like I require, like I think maybe it's just me or all girls in general, I think we kind of like require so much more support from our friends, and like they play such a bigger role in our overall lives. So I feel like guys, they're not like that at all. Like they
I feel like that, but then again, we're saying it like I wish we had a guy here.
I know this would be like the perfect time to have a guy to kind of like navigate us through.
Yeah, because we're seeing it from a different end. Because I swear before, like maybe about 2 years ago, I'm like, guys don't talk about girls like girls talk about. Nah, they talk just as much.
No,
they're in the group chats like, oh yeah, I'm talking to this one girl. Oh, she did this. Oh, da da da. And then try to get advice from their friends. So they do the same shit that we do.
I just don't know if they require as much support from each other.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things. Like if it's in a group chat and they say something, and if one friend doesn't say anything or never really contributes, they're not gonna be like, oh, fuck Jerry, he never says anything. Compared to girls, where we're like, I'm always pouring my heart out, and Brittany is never responding back to it. She doesn't care about me. Like I feel like we're more on
it'd be
that.
Like detrimental to our existence.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Seriously.
Like I feel like we do. Women, we put a lot of like, not necessarily pressure, but we just like, we hold our friends to a different, I guess, a higher standard, or we put our friendships like on such a pedestal that like, I need to share all my life changing moments with you. And when something happens to me, I need you to be there for me. If I can't pick the pieces up together for myself, like I need you to do it for me. And that's sometimes a lot on our friendships, right?
I feel like though, what a lot of people don't do, and I think we should start doing it, is that, especially females, because I don't know, I can't speak for males, but I know for females, we have like in our mind, a category for friendships and a category for relationships, like with like the opposite sex or same sex, whatever, but like a romantic relationship versus a platonic. And I almost feel like besides the sexual and love and all that stuff, it should be seen the same. Yeah. Because you'll see a lot of females invest more into their relationships with their romantic partners than with their platonic. So with their romantic partners, they're willing to listen to them and put into the relationship, but when it comes to their friends, they're kind of like disregard their friends, stuff like that. And I feel like that's a huge issue, because everyone talks about love languages, like for your partner, blah blah blah, but there should be like love languages for your friends, or friend languages, or whatever the hell you want to call it. But I feel like people need to start doing that too, because like, how can I be a good friend to Moret? What does Moret require from me to be a good friend? But we never do that. We always think about our partner, like, what does I don't even want to say a name.
No names over here. No face, no case, no name. No name, no shame.
But yeah, so it's like we do that for our romantic partners, but we don't do that for our actual platonic friendships, no matter what the sex is, but we don't do that for our platonic relationships, I feel. And I feel like that is a major issue, because you'll get these girls that won't talk to their female friends for like lying to them one time, but then they'll take back their boyfriends that lie every day, friggin' cheat on them. Sometimes maybe mentally, physically abuse them, and they're taking them back. But the one friend that, even a friend that voiced something that they didn't agree with, like I've lost friends because of that. Like a girl got in a bad situation where like she was with a guy, knew him for like 2 months, got pregnant, then there's this whole big mess. He already cheated on her, did drugs, already had charges for like domestic abuse or something like that. And I would just said, make sure that you're doing it for you, that this is what you want to do. Make sure that you always have, like, think about it before you be like, yeah, I'm gonna have this baby, I'm gonna do this, which is
good, because that's like such an answer of so much support.
So I'm like, I'm supporting whichever choice you make, but I just want to make sure that you're making the right choice for yourself. And she stopped talking to me for that, because she said I wasn't 100% supportive of what she it was just crazy. It was,
and I mean, that's not fair, because I mean, like, again, like we spoke about being a yes girl in the previous episode, like the people around you who really care about you and love you and support you are not just going to agree with whatever you want to do. And the fact that you were even, you know, telling her like, make sure it's just for you, but she was so quick to disregard you and dismiss you, but allow all the other fuckery and bullshit
from the guy she's known for like 3 months. You know, it's like, why are your priorities, like, why are you not holding him to the same standard that you're holding me? And that's the same thing, like when friends go to another friend to say like, oh, I saw your man doing this, or I know he's doing this, and they just drop their friend and go back to the guy. And one of the things that's crazy, because there are girls that might lie about it, whatever, to ruin a relationship. I get it. But I don't think that's the majority. Majority of women aren't going to go out there to ruin their friend's relationship or life. And what's crazy about that is like, because they're like, oh, well, she did me wrong. Then if you thought that low of your friend, that your friend would do that to you, then why are you friends with that person?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it doesn't even make like, so at that point, everyone's like, oh, make sure you choose the right partner. Make sure you choose the right friends. Because there's no way I would think that any of my friends would be lying to me if they told me that my husband, boyfriend, whatever is cheating. There's no way. Because if I thought that they're going to lie to me about that, they wouldn't be my friends.
Exactly.
And I feel like, again, we need to start treating friendships more like relationships. Like, set your intentions.
Yes.
Like, with the friends, like, I'm making this friend because I believe I can offer this for her. She can offer this for me, or whatever, sex again. And stuff like that. Exactly. And also, it's bad to say, like, I said this on Clubhouse, and people are like, whoa, but it makes sense. Toot my own horn, toot toot. Is like
shameless plug.
Yeah.
I love when people say that.
Follow
shameless
me on
plug.
Clubhouse. No, I'm joking. But if you do, it's just Adonika, like literally just Adonika. But but I was just like, we need to start knowing our place in people's lives.
Yes.
And it's like, seriously, like even in a girl groups, people are talking about like, oh, girls groups and how they don't really like them because there's like different hierarchies and different places. I'm like, that's okay.
Yeah.
That is okay. Know your place. Are you okay with being a friend that maybe that person's not always coming to? If so, then you're okay.
Yeah.
But if you expect more from that person, then you need to remove yourself from that situation. Because it's like, I have one of my close friends and like she's best friends with somebody else, but I'm not going to be mad if those two are going to go out and do stuff separately. No, just like how she's not going to get mad if I go with my other friend and do stuff. And some girls do take that personally. So it's like, again, just know your place. Like, know your place.
And I mean, sometimes that's a red flag. Like, if you have a friend who is very territorial over you and doesn't like when you hang out with other people or you're friends with other people, and when you bring them around that person, like everybody collectively can't get along with that person. I think that's a red flag, and that's something that I dealt with, like with, you know, a really good friend of mine. And you know, I think because we had so much history and we've been friends for so long,
it was hard to let it go.
I overlooked it a lot, but it was like she hated when I would hang out with other people or when I would have other friends, and I just took it like she was one of my like longest friends. So I'm like, okay, you know, she's one of the friends that I've had for like, you know, almost half my life. So it's like, I get it. Me and you have spent a lot of time together. But like as I got older, it was kind of like, and especially as of this year, you know what I mean? With all the reflecting, I was like, you know what?
This year.
This is not healthy. And I think I've made a lot of excuses for the same person in the past. And it should have been a red flag back then, and it wasn't. And I, like I said, I constantly made excuses. But like, I think if I have a friend that is friends with somebody else, and they hang out and they do things and they communicate, like I would never be jealous. So I shouldn't have tolerated that for, you know, the same.
Because I think, again, we have to think of relationships on the same plane. And again, when people were saying like, oh, when you meet your partner, you have to set boundaries. We need to set boundaries with friends as well. Like we need to set boundaries. Like, what are you okay with accepting and what are you not okay with accepting? And go from there. Because again, I think, because it can go either way. Like you said, you made like excuses for your friend, and some women make excuses for their partners. And it's like, we need to start really making sure that we're at peace with ourselves. Okay, guys? Be at peace with yourself. What makes you happy? Who makes you happy? Who brings to your life? And I'm not saying like everyone needs to bring everything. Because when we even talk about relationships, like, oh, men always have to support. Like, sometimes relationships aren't as superficial as
they're not black and white all the time, you know?
It's like they can bring something out. Like, you can have a friend that like, maybe you can't tell them your deepest, darkest fears or whatever it is, but they might be there to be like, motivate you. Like, oh my God, Onika, you're looking really good today. Like, you... Like,
or you share laughs and like memes and good company. And it's just good vibes.
Exactly.
Like, it's not always deep, but it's positive. And
not
in a different
every
light.
friendship needs to be that deep.
Exactly.
And you don't need to be like, oh my God, just because I'm friends with her, why isn't she calling me every day? Like, friendships don't need to be like that.
I think especially like with this year, everybody has dealt with it differently. And so I think like we can't be so hard on our friends. Like, oh my God, this person hasn't called me. Like, I've been home all this time and they haven't checked in on me. Like, everybody needs to do what they need to do to take care of themselves first. And sometimes detaching is what some people may need to do, and it has nothing to do with your friendship with them. And so I think a lot what we should start having is like conversations with our friends. I think in relationships sometimes we have those open conversations.
Someone was saying that, like,
but we don't really have those.
You have those like monthly checkups. You like, you know,
monthly check-ins. Or even sometimes it's weekly check-ins.
Yeah,
of, like,
and it's like no one does that with friends.
Well,
like no one does with friends.
Remember when I went to that Steven Speaks talk like last year? That was one of the things that he said. Like, is one of the best things for relationships that a lot of people don't do that they should be doing. And whether it's like a weekly check-in or a bi-weekly check-in or monthly check-in, like obviously the two of you decide what works best for you, but you both come with lists and, you know, things that you know, maybe that aren't going too well and where you want it to go.
Which is so much better, because if you start bottling it up, you're going to start resenting that person
a lot
for
of
doing
times.
it.
I think like I don't think I ever even did that in my past relationship.
That's the thing. That's why I'm like, whenever I complained about my Pisces ex, I was just hella damn emotional.
Me too. I just used to complain to my friends and rant, but it's like I never actually did something.
He would always communicate what he felt was going wrong, and I think I wasn't used to it, and I would never do it. So sometimes when those conversations would happen, I won't say I was gaslighting him, but I'd also be like, oh, but you do this too.
Yeah.
So, and that was wrong of me, because I never let him fully have his say and communicate with me.
Yeah.
I would always be like, okay, but you do this too.
Exactly.
Okay, but you do this. So it should have been a place where I let him speak. Mm-hmm. And then if I have an issue, speak on my own time, or we should have set up times to actually have it. It's like where it's both of our times where we're both going to speak about this. Yeah. But like I said, that relationship taught me a lot. Mm-hmm. And even now with, well, I've been single since, but like my little situationships, entanglement, whatever the hell you want to talk to them, call
all
them,
that little good stuff in between.
whatever it is. All that stuff before I found my husband.
Yeah.
But all that
He's
stuff.
He's coming soon, girl. Maybe in a group on Clubhouse.
I'm not getting any younger. But even with those people, like I realize that if something's bothering me, I will mention it. Like I may carry it for a few days, but then I'm one of those random people that just like, so I was thinking, and I'm not sure why. Like I'm one of those now, because I'm like, if I don't say it, I'm not gonna say it at all. So I'm like, it's just like word vomit when I get when it gets to a certain point. So
I feel like I was like that too. Like it wasn't a constructive conversation. Mm-hmm. It was just the same thing, like kind of like defensive. Yeah. Like, but you don't do this, and I'm not complaining. Yeah. You know, it wasn't like we're having a mature conversation and we're scheduling a time. Like, okay, we're gonna do it on bi-weekly. We're gonna sit down. You come with your list, I come with mine. No defense mechanisms, no judgment. We're just gonna have a mature, grown conversation. Yeah. I've never done that, and so when I heard him speak about that, I was like, wow, like, you know, if we had done that, maybe it wouldn't have ended the way that it did. But again, it was all a part of my plan and my journey and my growth. But I mean, it's so important for us to have those kinds of conversations, and I feel like we don't have them in friendships, and we definitely need to start having them in friendships.
And even if you just listen to what we were just talking about, we talked about like lessons that we learned from our past relationships. Mm-hmm. It's like we need to start doing that with friendships as well, because I feel like, again, I can't speak on men, but I feel like with women, we never look back and be like, this is why maybe our friendship didn't work. Yeah. We're always just like, nah, I'm not friends with that girl anymore. Like, this happened, blah, blah. But we never look back on it to be like, what could I have done better as a friend? What could they have done better? And then from there, like, take a look. Because, like, with all relationships, we should be taking notes about, like, okay, I like when this person did this. I didn't like when they did this. Okay, so for my future, this is what I'm looking for. And we tend to always do that with the romantic relationships. Like, I can be dating a guy that I had to pay for everything. And I'd be like, you know what? That's not something I want to do. Exactly. So my next relationship, I know that I'm looking for someone that's not going to make me pay every single time. Yeah. So it's like we need to start doing that with friendships as well. Like, be like, okay, I didn't like when my friend would cut me off when I was talking all the time. So let me make a friend that lets me be heard and so forth. So it's
and like in a healthy way. Don't make like a list of everything your friend does.
Pro, con, like, this stupid bitch did that. It's like, no.
Honestly, like I think that, you know, that's something that like we really, really need to do, especially as far as like having that conversation in general. Because I feel like sometimes in friendships, especially when you've been friends with somebody for so long, you have a habit of kind of like, you're mad at each other, maybe you don't talk for a few days, and then you'll like send a meme, or you guys just will pick up kind of where you left off. It doesn't get fully
discussed.
Exactly, and it doesn't get discussed.
Like shoved under the rug.
Exactly, and then maybe you guys will communicate over something big, or something happened with her boyfriend, or something happened with your family, so you don't address it. Then the next time that something happens, it's like it just creates this snowball. Yeah, it creates this snowball effect, and then finally, when you get so pissed off, you end up like the slightest thing that they do, you now go off and list off all these things that you're pissed off at, and they feel like kind of like blindsided, like
where did that come
where's
from?
all this coming from? I didn't know you felt about X, Y, Z, and that was 5 years ago, and this was 10 years ago, and this was last year.
You're still mad I borrowed that purple dress?
Exactly, like, girl, I bought you a new bag when I lost yours in Cabo. Like, come on, I bought you the same one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no, seriously.
That's I think we need to have kind of like when we have those talks, have those kind of check-ins, and or even like address those things right when they happen. Like,
yeah,
you know,
and I feel like I've been
really
better
like
with that too, because I think in the beginning of quarantine, again, like you said, it hit everybody differently. And I feel like I was going through a lot, probably mentally, and I didn't want to address it.
Yeah.
So I would try to distract myself by talking to my friends all the time.
Yeah.
Which has been good because me and my sister got closer during lockdown because we started talking every day almost and stuff like that. But then I started realizing that that was like a coping mechanism for me, and I expected them to pick up at all time. Like even my one friend that even though she's working at home, she's still working. And I would call her all the time expecting her to be like, you're home. Why aren't you calling? So I realized I wasn't respecting her boundaries as much as I should have.
Yeah.
And again, but like this year, man, it's been a year of learning and growth. I can say personally, I've grown a lot as a whatever person, girl youngish woman, young adult, whatever you want to say. As an Onika.
No, trust me, I feel the same. I feel like I went through the same thing at the beginning of quarantine because I felt like, you know, I had high expectations for some people, and then when they weren't reaching out as constantly as I felt like they should have, it was making me like, you know, depressed and kind of sad because I'm like, oh, like I'm always checking on this person and they're not checking with me, without even thinking of the fact that, hey, they're going through the exact same thing, and maybe they're feeling the same way. Like,
they're like,
and that's the thing. I think that's one of the biggest things that I learned in quarantine too. Like, you know, we need to like not set such high expectations. You know, we have to be fair with ourselves and fair with others.
Like our expectations should be more about like our peace than demanding too much from the other person. And it's like also demanding something that they may not be able to live up to. And again, I'm not saying you should be putting up with every friendship if it doesn't reach your expectations, but at least, you know, for future, if I'm looking for a friend, I want a friend that talks to me every day. Like, then you go and find someone that does that. Because again, sometimes it's like, it's a whole thing with relationships, like the whole compromise aspect, like how much are you willing to compromise? And I believe compromising too much is a horrible thing. Like you should compromise enough to make that person happy, but also keep yourself for who you are. Because even in a past relationship, I felt like I was compromising so much I didn't even recognize myself anymore. Because I am not the best communicator. Like I'm not calling you every single day, message you every minute. And sometimes that's what he expected of me, and when I did not reach it, it would cause issues. So I would force myself to be like, oh, okay, it's 12:05, I'm on my lunch break, let me call him. Like it became the whole thing, and then it ended up being like work instead of being an actual relationship. And I feel like we have to be careful that with friendships is that to not make it a job.
Yeah, because it gets overwhelming, and like friendships can be overwhelming in that same in the exact same breath. Like if you are pouring too much of yourself, you're essentially like losing yourself in the friendship or losing yourself in the relationship. And you know, I mean, you have to take care of your mental health first, because if you can't be there for yourself, you can't be there for other people. Right?
That's true. It's true.
So yeah, definitely. Like I think, you know, I think we've all been in relationships like that where we've had to kind of like modify ourselves and like modify the way that we do things just to keep that person happy. But in doing that, you know, we're not being true to ourselves.
Yeah. But then on the other hand, it's also good to do those things sometimes, because if it's going to help you be a better person. Like again, with my whole communication things, like who knows how many future horrible relationships I would have had if I did not take note of my communication skills and be like, I need to communicate myself better.
If it's helping you for the better, yes.
Yeah,
but if
exactly.
It's, you know, if you feel like you're becoming overwhelmed or like getting depressed by it, if it's shifting, you know, how you feel, then always do it, you know, always do what's best for you.
It's such a friggin' layered cake. Like, oh my God. Like, thinking about, like,
I mean, as much as you want to be there.
Life is difficult, guys. Like, damn.
And I mean, communicate that. Like, communicate that with the person. You know, be like, you know what, I'm sorry. Like, it's hard for me to communicate. Like, I'm not used to this routine every day. Like, I can meet you halfway if you can meet me halfway. Like, you know, because it's not fair for the other person to expect all these like, you know, to expect so much of you if you're not able to give it, you know? It's a lot. Relationships are a work in progress. Friendships are a work in progress. All of that. Like, everything in life. Yourself. Yeah. Like, everything in life is a work in progress. Like your career, your goals, your everything. Like everything that we do is a work in progress. So
it is.
I mean, as long as you're true to yourself and you communicate with the people who are involved in your life.
Yeah.
You know, always actively communicate. I think that's what we just.
I think that's like the basis of this
every
whole
episode.
friggin' conversation.
Every episode we go back to, like, I know somehow we're like back on the top because it's just so important, and I feel like we fail to do it so much that like we have to continue to stress how important.
Because I feel like good communication helps in every aspect of your life.
Yeah.
With your work, relationships, everything. Even communicating to yourself, right? Like, this is what I need to do. This is what I have to do. Like, communication is key to the world, okay?
I talk to myself.
Okay, put your Mariah in the bedroom.
Mariah. I'm just like, okay, like, get it together. Okay, this is what we need to do. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, if I was like on a reality TV show, people would really think
you're crazy.
They'd be like, this girl is like all over the damn place. Like, it's so funny because I saw this one meme. It was a Sagittarius meme, and it had like, so it was this guy in like 5 different like positions, and in one of them he's stressed, one of them he's happy, one of them he's crying, and it's like, yeah, just a typical Sagittarius, like in the middle of having a mental breakdown, laughing, happy, crying, screaming, fighting. It was like every emotion at once. It was just so intense.
And I feel like you guys only show the one side though. I feel like Sagittarius, like, they're so deep, but they only show like that one surface, like.
Yeah,
I'm
and
happy.
It's true.
Like,
to most people, we're just kind of it's true. Like everything is always fine when it's not fine.
Yeah, no, I
like I could be battling like everything, and you'll see me at work like, "Hey guys," in my mind, I'm like, "Okay, if I keep smiling, I'm gonna."
And me on the other hand, I'll enter work and be like, "Guys, just so FYI, I am miserable today." Like I give people little FYIs because I think I'm very self-aware. So like when I know when I'm in a bad mood, and I'll communicate that, be like, "Listen, maybe give me like 20 minutes. Like give me 20 minutes and I'll be back to my regular self. Like just let me cool down a little bit."
Yeah. No.
So no, frick. Ugh, I can't. But
we said it was gonna be lighthearted today, and it got very deep.
I know. I feel like
that's his life.
No, seriously, because it's like, but this is a serious thing. Because like, if you think about it, friendships are forever, and even if you think about it, the basis of a good romantic relationship is friendship. Yeah. So it's just like, we need to start looking at that, because I feel like, again, we just look at it as 2 different things, like, oh, my friends and then my boyfriend or whatever. It's like, no. Yeah. We need to take tally on both and make sure that we're reaching both and all that stuff. So I don't know. We need to be better to our friends. Yeah. This is like the week's task. Be better for your friends, or write down what you've been doing wrong on your end. Maybe have an open conversation with your friends. Yeah. Do something.
Have check-ins. Like, we need to like really normalize having check-ins with our friends. Like the same way we have check-ins, we should have check-ins in relationships. Like we should be treating our friendships the same way, and kind of holding our friendships and our relationships to the same standard, instead of letting our boyfriends get away with murder and, you know, crucifying our friends. You know, we really, really need to normalize that balance and treat both of them the exact same, and treat all relationships, whether they're friendships, entanglements, situationships, whatever they are. Not that I'm in any, and I don't want to be in any. I'm not here for any entanglements. No.
Because when it was going on, for me. Like, one of these guys were like, yeah, we're in an entanglement. I said, excuse me? I don't want to hear entanglement. I don't want to hear about me being in no damn entanglement. I don't want to be in any situationships. I don't want to be in any entanglements. I just want to be in relationships. I want to bae. I want a husband. I'm ready for husband. No, seriously. I just want to be loved and to be loved. I have so much love to give. Yes,
thank you. I'm just ready to ride off into the sunset.
Behind this hard exterior, I'm such a hopeless romantic. It's sickening.
Yes, me too.
It is sickening.
But I'm like out there with it. I'm a very
I'm like,
fuck
romantic. That. Who cares? And then I'm like, no, I want somebody to cuddle up with and watch movies and like celebrate Christmas and decorate the tree.
I want somebody to decorate and put flowers all over the floor with candles with a big heart. And, like, I want the picnics.
See, in my mind,
watching the sunrise and the sunset.
Like on the surface, I'm like blah, and inside I'm like yeah.
Whereas I'm like,
yes, please.
Teary-eyed, like, I love all that stuff. Oh, I'm such a hopeless romantic.
Ew, I hate it.
I know.
I hate it. Like,
I love
Even
it,
like
though.
when I'm being gushy to the one guy, like, oh my gosh, I hate myself. Every time I do, I'm like, "Bleh,
Yeah.
and I don't think he
I love
believes
it.
me because I'm like, I'm not like this, and he's just
Because
like,
you have
yeah,
like a
yeah,
tough
yeah.
exterior.
But I don't
You
know
what
if
mean?
he's seen that because I've been so gushy with him from the
Oh,
very
with him,
beginning.
okay.
I hate it.
He's probably like, Onika, which one is it?
Right?
Do you like it or you don't like it?
I don't know.
You do like it. Stop fighting it. It's nice on this side. Just come on over. It's all rainbows and butterflies and flowers.
Sure.
Sun,
I don't know how much.
The sun is always rising on this.
I know. I need to get out of like my pessimistic
Oh.
mind where it's like, well, if it's rainbows and sunshine, then it's probably gonna rain, okay? Like thunderstorms are coming.
No negative Nancy thoughts.
I know. I need to
Take
think
'em out,
about
take 'em
rainbows,
out.
the pots
Yes,
of gold,
rays of sunshine.
cute little leprechauns giving me more
Yes,
money.
Just jumping around, bringing the gold and showering it over us. All the dollars. We need all the dollars showered over us for 2021.
And just, yeah, no, seriously. I need the showered money so I can go on some vacation.
Yes, girl. Can we talk about how everybody is on a vacation right now? Like, I can't even
everyone's
go
in
on social
Tulum.
media.
Like,
Tulum is the new
a hot
Atlanta.
spot.
I saw that on Twitter. Tulum is the new Atlanta, and I'm like, seriously.
It's a hot spot.
I've seen maybe like 10 of my friends that are in relationships all go on vacations. Between Aruba and Tulum, forget it. I'm like, everybody's on a bay. When did everybody even get a bay? That's what I like.
COVID.
It's quarantine. No, but I'm like, when did you guys just like you just bypassed everything and just popped up on an island with bay? Like where do
I'm
I
okay
sign
with
up?
that. I was gonna say
That's what I'm saying.
that.
Where do I sign on the dotted line? I'm ready. Like I'm ready and I'm willing and I'm able to go on a vacation. I mean, I'm kind of scared of the airport right now because I'm not trying to get COVID.
I know.
But as soon as it's safe, like bay.
I'm
Come
almost
get me.
willing.
Come get
I'm almost
me.
willing. Like, where are you trying to go?
I know.
We're trying to go. My passport's updated. I have a cute picture on my passport this time compared to my last one. Oh my god.
Oh, my last one's
If
cute.
I show you my last one, it was horrible.
No, it doesn't beat mine. Mine was so frightening. Nobody thought it was me.
No, that was horrible. And then my new one, I'm like, ooh, okay, Onika. I'm like, he let me wear my hoops. He let me. I put lashes on too.
Okay, girl.
And I think he let me smirk a little bit. So I was like,
Okay.
I was like,
Okay.
like
Okay, you were smizing
I
for the
was
camera.
smizing.
Okay.
Compared to my last one, where I was like,
Yeah.
like,
No, mine's cute too.
take me away
surprisingly.
so I can show off my cute passport photo. Okay, thank you.
No, honestly.
And be on a
ready.
beach.
Yeah, like I just want to. I mean, like everybody, like I want a vacation so bad. I feel like the whole year,
No,
just like
seriously. This was supposed to be my travel year.
Yeah, mine too.
I literally booked all my vacations so I can travel. I wanted to go everywhere, anywhere. I wanted to go to Europe. I want to go to Paris. I've never been to Paris. I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Nashville. I want to go to New Orleans. Like, I wanted to do everything.
I know. Mardi Gras. I wanted to do it all this year. Like, canceling my trip was like the worst feeling. But, you know, I'm just hoping that I'll be able to go again next year.
Yeah.
To both of them. So, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll
just
be
gotta
very appreciative.
Play it by ear, you know, see what happens when it's safe to do so. I mean, even though it looks like we're going to be forced to get this vaccine to travel. So.
Oh, we are.
Not looking forward to
We
that,
are. Or we're going to have to pay that, what was it, the $200 COVID test, the travel test now?
Oh, I'm taking a COVID test. I'm not getting the vaccine.
No, but
I would do that.
Yeah, because they're gonna start. But knowing
For
the
now,
government, they're probably
for as long as I can wait it out. Like
Yeah.
I'm really trying.
But they're
to
probably
wait it
gonna try to
out.
raise that price too. But
I know,
whatever.
to make people, like to force people to have no other option for
Yeah.
sure. It's like
And-
you're already going on vacation, and then next thing you know, you're going to pay $1,000 for a damn COVID test.
Yep.
Like I wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, to travel, like, girl, I'm like really at that point where it's like.
I know. I will pay the $200 right now. Like I'm like,
I
what?
know, me
Just
too.
200? Okay.
But it's that 14-day quarantine with
I
work.
know,
I can't.
I
man.
know, I
If I was
know.
working from home, I wish I'd be right. I would have went on like 10 trips this year. I swear. If I was able to work from home,
And there were some some islands that were offering that as a thing where they would let you move to the island and work from
Hawaii.
home.
I saw that on Instagram actually. Like
Yeah.
two
I think
weeks
the Bahamas
ago,
was one of them too.
Hawaii was doing it. They had like this page on Instagram where they were choosing like I think 50 or 75 people to like go there and. It was obviously people who are like experts in specific fields to kind of create like a community there to help the like I guess the country. And so they were like paying for everything, like your travel, everything, getting you set up there. But of course you would in return be like teaching your skill set, which is an amazing like trade over. Like I would have loved to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
that'd be
I think
awesome.
I think it was the Bahamas or Barbados. I don't remember which island it was. But literally, they're just saying, like, just come, like, get a villa. You can stay here.
Oh, I don't even gotta do that.
Yeah, because if you think about it,
I'm here for it.
It's so smart for them because but you had to prove that you're working.
Okay, yeah.
So
you can't just come as like a lifetime vacationer.
Exactly. But if you think about it, it's so smart for them because at the end of the day, they're making money off of you because you're paying to stay there, paying for food, all that stuff. Yeah. Exactly.
Your day-to-day.
However, you're still not taking jobs away from their locals.
Exactly.
So it's like it's so smart.
It's lit. Honestly, if I worked remotely like right now,
I would have done it.
I would have went anywhere.
Bye guys.
Yeah.
Canada who?
Peace
Canada
out.
what?
Especially if I could work somewhere else and be on like a beach. At least it doesn't make this pandemic feel so bad. Like,
I know.
Yeah, I'm just looking outside.
That's what I'm saying. Clubhouse
water.
was annoying me about like, oh, sorry guys if it's noisy. I'm just working out on the beach. I'm like, beach.
I'm about to just go for my daily walk, my daily hike. I'm like, girl.
Man, it's like a friggin' hike to get from my car to the door when it snows.
I know, right? From the snowbank to the driveway. Girl,
very good.
The closest we're gonna get to a vacation.
I know. Ugh.
You know.
And I need a friend vacation too. Like I want to do a girls trip. Yeah, like I want to do a girls trip so bad.
We should next year. We'll plan it out and like really. We owe it to ourselves. Like I think
after this year, I think we all owe it to ourselves.
After this year, I understand like a lot of people, probably they don't have like the financial means to travel, even if it isn't something that's like international, like go on like a state to state, do like a state to state or like a city, a domestic tour, like rent a car and just go somewhere, get a cottage, do something. Like if you do a local thing, like I think everybody needs to just do something with their friends when it's safe to do so, just to kind of enjoy yourselves, take pictures, enjoy the moment, like do something nice for yourself in 2021, because 2020 was rough for everybody, whether you had your job or whether you didn't. There was some kind of, everybody's mental health took a toll this year. So we all have to do something nice for ourselves.
That's why I'm excited. It's Christmas. Because it's my favorite season.
Even though it doesn't feel like it this year.
It really doesn't. And I've been so bad on the present front. I won't even lie. Like, I haven't been thinking about people in presents. It's so bad.
Christmas is canceled for me. Like,
But guess what's not canceled for Christmas? Us. We will be releasing the episode on Christmas, so don't worry.
Yeah, like you guys can still catch us, so
like you'll still be able to enjoy us,
and we will have a great time.
Listen to our lovely voices or watch our beautiful faces.
Yes.
I'm gonna start introducing our episodes with my sexy voice. Hey guys, welcome to Youngish and with myself,
your infomercial voice. Late night infomercial voice.
That's what I should be doing on Clubhouse.
Right, I know.
Man, I'm not using my.
We have a couple rooms to start.
Catch us on Clubhouse for reals. Catch us.
Join us. We want to connect with more people, have meaningful conversations, learn, grow, create a space where we can all benefit.
Yeah, we want to make a little mini community of all us youngish type people.
Yes.
Like, if there's anything that you want us to discuss or anything, like, let us know. Yeah. We're here for you. Well, okay, I'm here to talk a lot, but I'm also here for you.
Here for you, ideally. Like, we're here for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. This is not for us. This is for you. Like,
except for we like to talk, obviously.
We like to talk a lot, clearly.
But yeah. So make sure you catch us next week because it'll be the same time, Friday, 5 p.m. Yes. So if you have nothing to do, because again, we're not allowed to technically go anywhere. Yes. So you can spend Christmas with us.
Which isn't that bad, right?
It's really
it could be worse.
I'm okay being stuck with myself, so.
It could be a lot worse, right? At least you have us.
Exactly. So catch us next week.
Yes.
So thank you guys for staying tuned with us.
Thank you. We're so thankful, grateful that you guys are spending this time paying attention to us. We get it, an hour, it's a long time to listen to us talk our shit. So thank you.
So remember, you can catch us on Instagram and Twitter with youngishen_. You can also email us at youngishen@gmail.com. We also have our personal Instagrams. Mine is KERR__.
Mine is _XII_IV. Twitter, I'm BrightLipLove, BrightLiplove.
And like usual, I ignore the Twitter part because my Twitter sucks. So
to be honest, I haven't really been using it that much in between like all the other mediums, but like I'm getting back now.
But thank you guys for being
so much,
here.
Guys.
Oh my gosh, I messed up already, guys. Sorry. Don't forget to review, comment, subscribe, everything, no matter what platform you are on.
Please.
If you're on Spotify,
yes,
rate, review, and subscribe. Apple,
send us everything.
Rate, review, subscribe. YouTube, rate, review, subscribe. All right, thank you guys.
So much, guys. Take care.
Good night.
Bye.